Throughout time, around the world, the movements for justice, freedom, and sustainability have been inspired by visionaries, peacemakers, leaders. People willing to commit their lives, their hearts, and their souls to a cause greater than themselves. Those movements continue today. A new generation is rising up for peace, for human rights, and for environmental sanity. The leaders of the future need support today. Yes connects, inspires, and empowers young changemakers to join forces for a thriving, just, and sustainable future. Since 1990, Yes has reached more than 500,000 people in school and conference presentations, and held nearly 100 week-long camps and youth jams on 5 continents for youth from 58 countries.
We bring together 30 young leaders for a week of networking, skills sharing, and community building. And we call it a jam because we're jamming. We're creating music that's never been heard on this planet before. And it's a music of ideas, inspiration, and commitment. Jammers are young people who are founders or leaders of organizations or movements that are changing our world for the positive. They're some of the most powerful young visionaries on the planet.
I was profoundly moved by the beauty and the power and the spiritual life force in the ancient redwoods. And so when I found out that they were being destroyed, and I found out the way that they're being destroyed, it made me feel like I had to take action.
At the age of 24, Julia Butterfly Hill climbed a 1,000-year-old redwood tree to help save our last ancient redwoods, and came down over 2 years later as one of the world's most beloved environmental spokespeople.
My name is Pumakis Pesingona. I am from Chinchero community in Peru. I am working with young people in my community to recover our traditions and ancient ways of healing. And also I am working now as an activist to be the guardians of our culture.
About 9 years ago, we organized a peace treaty between the major gangs in our neighborhood. Between 1981 and 2001 currently, there's been over 10,000 deaths in Watts in South Central. We had a vision that if we brought these neighborhoods together, we would create a domino effect across the country for peace. The peace treaty has changed the whole quality of life in our neighborhood. Watts is now known as a safe haven.
During the Liberian Civil War, I had several near-death experiences. And from there, facing starvation and poverty and diseases, I had said to myself that no child should have to live under these conditions. And from there, at age 11, I dedicated my life to working for a new world and a new environment for children.
At age 13, Kimmy Weeks broke the story of children being used as soldiers by the Liberian military to the world press, and rose to the top of despotic President Charles Taylor's assassination hit list. He escaped to the United States, and his courage led to freedom for 25,000 children and generated global attention.
Jam participants are responding to a lot of pain in our world. How do we face the realities of our times and keep hope alive without going numb? Yes creates space for young people who are giving their hearts and their souls to building a better world, to share their hopes, their dreams, and their despair, because we are not just change makers, we're also human beings. Jams are a place where we can change and grow as people, a place to share who we are, what we've been through, and to be supported and strengthened by peers who can understand us.
Faten Olwan is a 29-year-old Palestinian journalist who has worked for ABC News and as media coordinator in the office of the Palestinian Prime Minister. She's been shot twice with a microphone in hand, and her fiancé was killed in the Israeli-Palestinian conflict.
It's really nice to see that people full of love and hope and dreams for the future, but I know that I'm not allowed to dream. I'm not allowed to build that hope again, because basically when I go back, I know that I never want to get married because I don't want to have a child, because I don't want to lose the child. My brother lost a lot of friends. My mom lost most of her brother and sister. I lost a lot of people that I love, and it's just like not easy to come here and to just like all talking about hope and love and what prison work as it's like a piece of cake thing. But it's not. For me, I just came here because I really needed help. I was like this far away from committing suicide. I love my job, but I can't do my job anymore. I just can't go through it. I just feel I don't have the strength, I don't have the patience, I can't even give a single hug to my brother. I mean, I come here, everyone is hugging each other and, you know, sending love and everything, but at the time, like, I can't even hug my brother because I know, like, I don't want to build emotion with my brother, so like you never know, probably when he comes back from school he'd be dead, and then I have to come over the pain of losing another person in my life, and it's like ridiculous. I don't want this. I'm happy having no friends, having no one to be connected to. I don't want anyone to love me. I don't want to be in love with anyone. And this is like, I mean, this is the rule to be fine. I mean, this is my rule to be just fine and okay in the place I am in.
Sharon Rosenberg is a 29-year-old Israeli working to bring together civilian and NGO leaders from Palestine and Israel to build a culture of peace and nonviolence. She has lost loved ones to terrorist violence.
There was like the two suicide attacks in the past like week and 2 weeks. One was in the coffee shop called Hillel. It's like a coffee shop that I go a lot, and one of my friends at work was at the coffee shop at work. In like the everyday level, I don't see any hope.
I've been heartbroken by the pain that Sharon and Fatin and so many others have shared at jams. But even more so, I've been touched by their courage. I've seen that when people can cry together and laugh together, they can also begin to heal together. People spend just a week together at a jam, and I've watched miracles happen. The transformations I've seen have filled me with hope.
I just feel like I've been touched by an angel. And my angel is a combination of every single one of you guys.
Some of your smiles, the people, the songs, the good spirit will really be there in my most darkest times that I know are going to come, unfortunately. Thank you for being here. Thank you for sharing your stories. Really, thank you.
Thank you for giving me hope that there might be like a better tomorrow. And I promise not to cry, but it seems like I'm going jam wacko.
Jam participants come from extremely diverse backgrounds all over the world. And we ask, how do we come together? Not so that we all agree and adopt some common policy statement, but so that we come together in our hearts to build solidarity and partnership. We're creating a synergy, and I think that we're blazing a trail of possibility for people, for nations, for movements to come together and transform our planet.
The Jam is a classroom for young activists.
I think one of the best things about the Jam is it creates a space where some of the leading young activists on the planet can be teaching each other the best of what they know.
The Jam rekindled that strong feeling of love in my heart and showed me a way in which I could share that with the people that I was working with.
Being at the Jam has offered me the opportunity to meet other activists who struggle with very large and intense struggles and yet continue to maintain their sense of hope and their sense of optimism and their strength of conviction. And it is through them that I myself feel strengthened to go on.
I had an opportunity to see into other communities that I've never been to around the world and in this country. It gave me, a deeper knowledge and appreciation, and also helped me to have more compassion.
One of my experiences with a Yes Camp was the first time in my life of activism have ever felt in a safe place.
As a result of the Jam, I have become a better facilitator of meetings in my community.
The Jams aren't only inspiring, but they're also desperately needed.
Youth Jams help us deepen our roots and gain the support and skills we need to make a difference, not only now, but for decades to come.
Yes!
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 Yes! Yes!
Yes!
We just say yes to life. And we want to encourage.